make sure the speaker's out here. There we go. So we're in the office. You want to see my rigs? We got the Nintendo with the TV, Super Smash. Hey, that's my Linux book, and that's my Chromebook. We got Keelan and Hazel there. And I think Davis was on Selly. As far as that's just gets cartoons. It only plays the N64 cartridges, as far as I know. The DVD player didn't work with it. So we're here under Mima's Tapestry. I mentioned she was born in 1898. Well, she was my nanny from 1990 to 2006. She was my grandpa's first wife. So, and this was a present. This guitar out here, this miniature acoustic, was a present from the Garcia family, so that when I could grow into it back when Jerry was alive. So there is that. And I've been playing it for 26 years, not really on and off. But I'm not a musician. I'm not a guitarist, and I think it sounds like crap, to be honest. But people, there's a million fish in the sea, and to each his own, so to speak, as far as taste and flavors, sound goes. And just a one single pluck, if it's in tune, is enough, for like the ghost of Jerry's missing finger, so to say. So would be appreciated. This is in good standing still, considering it was bought by Jerry himself. When he was in New London, around the time he drove the car into the telephone pole. Les Claypool made a song about it. There's one police reports about it. He didn't get a record. He was a big celebrity. He was innocent. He was given a warning and free to go. So I was gonna say, okay, so flip a coin under the 3-cup trick for a guitar on the Tapestry or tobacco and milk. We're gonna do a little segment. So, and I settled on myself. It was the guitar on the Tapestry. So, yeah, that's a 2003 Tapestry that I slept with. I slept under from 2003 to 2006. I bought it in 2003 with Mima, my nanny, my grandpa's first wife, my grandpa's last girlfriend, and then she passed away almost in my arms. Pretty much is what was going on there. And I went to her funeral with Pa, and things got a little bit rowdy after that. And for the next couple of years, until I wound up getting some kind of head injury that was not really so acute, and I started the meds. We're getting to the life story here. The next 11 years I'll be on a maximum strength sedative antipsychotic, out of work, and unable to work, and unable to tie my shoes, mostly, so everything in between. Still wipe my own ass, but not much else. So I'm getting off the meds in 4 or 5 months. I'll be off the meds entire 4 months. I think I'll be off the meds entirely. As far as all the chemicals be out of my system. It's not for mental illness. It's like to make sure I don't catch schizophrenia from having too much acid a while back and all through my childhood. They don't want to see me turn comatose, and that can happen, to like Graham or one of the other dead guys, like Phil Lashkid keeps eating doses like that. When he's 40, he's going to have schizophrenia, and he's going to be locked in a padded cell or comatose on a hospital bed. It doesn't matter how much power or money he has, they'll just take him away when he's unable and alone, for his own health, so he doesn't die in imagination land from Freddy Krueger or something similar. So there was that. And then the steps were kind of forced on me to prevent whatever kind of damage from Brent Midland's magic bottle, Melvin Seal's baptism water, and whatever the Divinorum was in the air at Buddy's playpen there from New Riders. And so yeah, it's been one every 24 hours for 4,200 consecutive days, at least one pill every maximum strength, adult dosage, prescription sedative antipsychotic every 24 hours. For a couple years it was one every 12 hours with the 30 milligrams injected once a week. So there is that. And then there was where's the pissy carpet from Lebowski's to show that it where's the shred and trace of evidence of having $1 million in my youth? It's not even there, man. I don't even have a pissy carpet to show for it. I have a guitar and my word, but it's not like Jerry signed the dang thing, and even if he did, they'd just say someone else signed it. So yeah, Albert Hoffman, the first cousin, the inventor of LSD, was my great grandmother. Yeah, we got that. They lived together in Switzerland. They could share blood bags. They were so closely related. They called each other brother and sister. They would have been husband and wife if marrying your first cousin was condoned in the U.S., Connecticut, or in Switzerland, and where they pretty much a married couple. Brother and sister turned to married couple, pretty much. A platonic married couple. My great grandmother and all our riches from Manhattan and the Swiss. Her career was Manhattan. There was Grandpa. His career was the Navy. He went and drove a boat from New London to China and back. Saw the atomic bombs on Japan. When it wasn't just a boat, it was a submarine. It was a diesel nuclear hybrid submersible, and he had the torpedoes and the machine gun and the 100 men on it, Ballo class. Maybe a few hundred men on it. From New London to China and then back to New London again. So maybe J.R. Tolkien wrote his book about that. I'm not confusing him with the Harry Potters. No, I think we're good. I'm going to do a little bit of guitar. We got into some family history. We got into the past 11 years of my history. From 2003 to 2008, I was emergency services and civil service, Tri-Town, and I'd take trips to New York and do emergency services there too for the Manhattan Relief Effort, part of the BSA, Red Cross, Explorer, PD, Medic, and Fire. So that was a half decade of my life, and before that I was 12 living underwater in a fallout shelter under the Long Island Sound in a bunker 20 floors below sea level, along with some politicians and some Navy admirals and some nuclear explosives and not much else, but a boat parked, that may be attached from time to time to bring us back topside. Hundreds of days later, and the year before that, I was digging Dancing Bears techno music, and was rich and famous, hoping to marry Keelan Garcia, on contemplating this new baby mommy, I think, and how I was going to handle that in my own hierarchy of angels on earth. So it all starts 3 years before Nassau Coliseum, 32990 Uniondale, New York, when a birth is announced to the Grateful Dead by Barrett's assistant, one of the sound guys that worked the concert that year. 3 years before that, the life was being planned by the original founding members of Grateful Dead, with not Pigpen but Brent Midland, and so from Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, 1987 until the baby's born, 3 years later in 1990. But it seems like he is me, and there's no real script anymore, but a dying prescription and no plans for the future, no reward. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. I did 10 years, and then this was it. I get my own apartment and recording capabilities, and what I do, rape the president's daughter or something. I was 17. We used to hook up ever since I was 10, and she said no, and I just didn't hear her properly. It's pretty much the extent of the, Bush Jr.'s pierced a little black book scratch on the bedpost regardless, and after growing with Keelan Garcia, what would be, there's other fish in the sea. Find someone. Don't just pick the hobo, and don't buy someone, say, but someone like similar to the girlfriend that broke her cherry. So and there was the dozen local dames, but I mean someone similar stature. That's why we have like Hazel Online now and things, but there's other relationships that go along with droning on the last end of a 4,000-day regimen and sedatives and med leave. So some random brain trauma and an overactive childhood mixed with LSD and the Grateful Dead. So VIP shows, backstage with God knows, and whenever they're on the East Coast doing Lord's What, for how, you know, all underage, you know. So we heard the guitar string once, it was down, and like that, you know, you go up, up, up. All right, you want to do some chords or something? Yeah, I'll do a little bit. I'll do a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm done. I was gonna check the reel. I was thinking. You want to check the reel? You want to check the reel? How about just do it real loud and fast until the damn thing just explodes in my arms, and I implodes in my arms. I don't know. I can try, but nah, I don't want to. I don't want to break it. No, it's a nice one. It's like a piece of little piece of GDP underground sound history. So, how about we step out for tobacco and milk and check the reel now? So.